All right, test, test, test. One, two, three. Testing, testing. One, two, three. Let's open up this live dashboard. Double check. It says excellent connection. I don't see myself yet. All right, test, test, test. Yep. One, two, all working. All right, so let's get this moving. Got my timer on 11 minutes. We'll see. Uh, we'll do our best to keep it short and sweet. All right, another week in the books. I ran with tight stops on Quant Guard uh, um, on both um, Apex and Lucid. Lucid stop losses, DLLs, daily loss limit on Quant Guard. I set that at 375. Um, Noticed that one says O2 says 399. The account high on that was is 50,250. Notice all of my accounts are under the 50,000 mark, unfortunately. Um, Good and bad. EA 28, I have recovered and got that above 48.5. EA 29's right around 49.5. So I'm fighting right there with those. Um, uh, Lucid number one is close to 50,000. So basically, three of the accounts are close to 50,000 going back green again. And PA 28, I'm just struggling trying to get back to positive ground. Next goal, next goal on PA 28 is 49,000. So notice I'm about 500 and so dollars away from that. About 250 away on Lucid number one. $500 away from 50,000 on PA 29. And notice that Lucid number two is just barely underwater. I did trade that one for the first time today. I took two. I just lost. I had three losses in a row there. Today with my spreadsheet, um, I was running with I think it was $127 loss by two. $126. So every two contracts, 126. So a 250 loss there was two trades. So two losers in a row in PA 29. Uh, it is so difficult to get on the right side of a market like this. You notice I had these lines in. Uh, I got caught here on um, PA 29 on this move here. Just went against me before it went up, I believe, or I went down and then up anyway. So, um, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. I was out of, I believe, PA. The very first hit the daily loss limit on these two bars right here. Um, this isn't a very conducive way for me to trade when there is no trend. I did trade range bound on PA 28. I caught this move right here. PA 29 lost on this move here. PA 29 won on this move coming down. So I didn't catch all of it, but I caught a good portion of it on two contracts. Um, Lucid number one lost on this trade right here. Lucid number two won on this trade coming down. So I was done trading by 10 a.m., I believe. And I went in with the sim account and stacked up some contracts on this move right here. I got long on this move break above this. I looked at this as the top of the trend line, the bottom of the trend line, figured that the bottom was in already when we ran down here. 80% of the time the market's not going to come back, right, to one of the two tops. So the 15-minute range was here, bottom. So I was good with going long. This was my sim trade catching this move. This is a prior day low. If we go back to the dailies, let's see where we're trading today. So this is coming back right here. So prior day low from December 17th, coming back to it. They work like magnets is the best way to describe it. So there was some interest on December 17th at this level. Notice that this is a level that we are holding off as of today, and that was a low of 1121. Got 5 minutes to talk here, it says. So I'm trying to give you as much information as I can in my particular trading. There is Okala right now, uses a 200-second chart. So I was playing around with that over the last couple of days. He does that 80-20 method. I haven't bought his book or anything like that, his PDF playbook. I'm debating about it. I probably will. I watched one of his trading days. The dude was down $9,000. I can't trade like that. He's real money trading too. It's amazing. I think today's feed that I watched, Okala, it was up 1,000 very quickly. I watch it after the fact from before I went live here. I would like to think I would have caught this move coming back down. Most likely this would have been the entry point right here. But I did catch this move coming up. Now this is all the way back down. Ugh. So went up to December 17th, right? So right here, went to the lows of December 17th, challenged the number, and rejected. So sellers back in the market on that low of December 17th. Notice that we also had the down days of last week in February. I guess we've had down days pretty much. We had an up day here and an up day there. But outside of that, we had a down day, down day, down day, down day, down day, up day, down day, midday, down day. Who knows what the day is going to be. Most likely, I think Friday with a down day and a down day. I think this was Monday, right? No, this is Monday. Tuesday, so we got an up, down, down. So maybe another up day today. If we're looking at back and forth, I think Friday weakness right now is most likely. It wouldn't surprise me if we finish up here right in this mid range on the trading session, or the trading day, excuse me, on to Friday. So inside this mid range right in here is most likely where we'll end up. Who knows though? God only knows. If it wants to break down, getting under here, getting under the lows of November 21st, you could see some sell-off. And if you do see sell-off, that would be very negative to get underneath the lows of 1121, you would think. Looking at the 5-minute chart. So I'm still trading the 5-minute chart. I've got 1:30 left. I'm still trading off the 5-minute chart. If we're looking at the 5 minutes, this was ugly today from the 9:45 mark. Maybe right here was 9:45 decent trade up if you had the balls to take that one. Um, this one would have been a loser. This one's most likely a loser. And hopefully, you know, you lose a couple in a row in there, you don't really want to be pissing with it. This is a winner going up, and this is a winner coming down. You would think, you'd hope. So this right here on the 5 minute, look at that level right there. That's a 400 bar EMA. It's amazing how many times that level has a change of direction once it's touched for the first time. It's just, I highly recommend that you put a 400 EMA on your charts. This is the 200 EMA, got the 9, the 21, 50 in the 100, 50 is green, the orange is 100 EMAs, and then I have inside this is in a good trend day, which if we look, here is a good trend day, yesterday, right? I had a good trades yesterday. So I had some good trades yesterday that kind of made me feel better about my trading. Today was just an ugly session. All right, so that's my 11 minutes. So I wanted to try to stay within 15 minutes today. So let's put that on. So next time it goes off, we're going to call it a day. Notice I'm just doing my best that I can. I'm running with tight stops at quant guard. I figure if I'm wrong, I want to be wrong little, which, you know, maybe 250 is a little too tight. That's why I'm testing out 375. 550 is too much. I had a 550 loss this week in on Lucid number 1. I went down to 49,200. So I've recovered about 500 and something dollars on Lucid 1. So that got me thinking, well, maybe I have too high of a daily loss limit on Lucid 1. So I'm running it with 375 now on Lucid accounts. And on my PAs, I think 250 is a little too tight, but if I would have had 375 on this one here, I would have lost 375 today. I'd probably had 3 losers in a row. I did run, I guess we'll look at the spreadsheet quickly. I mean, you got to have something to go after. The 3R stop is too much. That's almost $200 on a 3R stop. 1R stop is too tight at 63 ticks. So I've been 2 contracts, $63 loss. That would have been hit within seconds with the movement that's happening right now. 126 ticks. I mean, that's, if you take that by 126 divided by 4, that's 31.5 points. If market moves against you in the NASDAQ right now, it just, look at the ADR is 6.3. It was as high as 8 point something this week. So it is coming down a little bit, but it's been rough. So what I do is this is 126. I go after a 3P target, and then I put the second contract way out here at 12P. I usually move this contract profit target, like for instance when I was trading the SIM account, I moved my second contract right in here, and on this move up I targeted this level right in here, and it was able to get most of this move up to here. So that was my big move of the day, and that happened in SIM. But when you're trading a lot more contracts and you're able to add to a move, so I came in on the 202nd chart on this move. Physically came in long here, and I re-upped here, and I re-upped here, and then I got out up here. So that one worked out perfect. Know where you want your profit targets, right? So that's my looking back at prior days, prior day low, prior day high, all that works out in your favor. This shit in here basically caught two of my trades, my contracts, by being on the wrong side, or two of the accounts. So in a nutshell, this week, today you can see I'm just treading water. Uh, I've got to be able to trust myself when the move really moves in my favor. Today, before the 9:30 to 10 a.m., 10:05 I think was my last trade, and this was done on this move right here when we reached straight up here. So before 10:30 I was out of the market, I think 10:33 bar. So somewhere in that area, this was my last trade on this one here. And I had some losers in this one as well. So I traded SIM, the pure SIM, from 10 to 10:33, I guess, roughly, when that bar here, right there. I don't know. Life is short and it's tough. Trading's hard. Um, I'm trying to. It's been a long time since I've had a $500 winner in any of my accounts. I think I had a $250 winner, and I had a 225 today and 181 today too. So I am just treading water on all the accounts. That's the bottom line right now. All right, I guess that'll do it for me for the week. I reviewed the week. 200-second chart. Been toying with that through looking at some video content from Okala with his 80-20 method that he's putting out. And I'm not trading his method. I don't know how he trades his method. I watched a couple of his videos. He's got all kinds of things that he does. One of the videos I watched this week, like I said, he was down $9,000 just marrying his position. He said it. I married that. Didn't I marry that position? He's funny to listen to and watch though. So you can learn from other traders, obviously, right? And that's kind of, and this prop land with simulated money, everything's simulated. Trying to work. I got two accounts that could pay me right now with PA28 and PA29 at Apex. I do like Lucid. Lucid's probably where eventually I'm going to release that Lucid account to most likely $1,000 daily loss limit on one of them, and go for it. And go. I think you can go up to a $1,500 winner, if I'm not mistaken, with one of the accounts, and then I'll probably buy a Lucid Black in the near future. Be the third account with Lucid, most likely is what I got. So I think I got two Lucid Flexes, and then I will most likely, when I do buy that third at Lucid, it will be a Lucid Black with that 60%, I believe, or 40%, whatever it is, that you can go after. Consistency, I think it is. I think we've overran my time. Always. That's why I have a timer on. Trying to. Where am I right now on time? I can't see time. Where's the time? I know it's over 20 minutes though. It's got to be over 20. Oh, we're under 20. It's 19 minutes and 12 seconds. So I am my mind goal was try to keep it 20 minutes. You lose track of what's going on. This is my my weekly video content. I think the best trading day was yesterday for me. Let's go back to the 5-minute chart. This move right here, God dang it, if I would have caught more of that move, I could have. I actually was short on this failure right here on that line, and I caught the move I believe I caught the move down to here. But look at that. Look at all that money I left on the table. But it was a good trading day for me yesterday. Today was a yo-yo day. And you can see why it's a yo-yo day. When you have shit like this, you're lucky to stay positive in any account. Everything's showing confusion. So when you have confusion, you have losses and you have wins, and there's really no rhyme or reason to it. So I'm okay with today's trading. And I did unleash my one account, Lucid number 2. I did go after that today. Like I said, on that, my account high in that account is 50,250. Before I was just taking a couple bucks here and there on it. So I did go after that one today. Probably not a good idea to go after that one. But I did hit my daily loss limit on that, was just 375. So I was happy with that loss. If you had to be with losses, I think 375 is okay. That did give me a little bit of room to play with today. All right. God bless. Take care. Today again was Friday, February 13th, 2026. Happy Valentine's Day tomorrow for all those out there that do watch me. And I hope that you had a better week than I did. Gosh, anyone following me, I appreciate that. Just a struggling day trader. I thank God for positional trading and more longer term trading, because that's where I still make most of my money. And residential apartments still paying. Me personally, health related, fighting with diabetes and trying to get regulated again. I was able to pick up insurance at the beginning of the year, so I'm finally been able to try to get my meds back in line, and I've coming into February, I'm starting to feel better, so that's a good news for me. God bless. Take care. I'll see you in the next video I put together. Again, this is David Knight. Trade crazy, everybody. See you on the next video next week, right? That'll be the 20th of February. Bye for now.